Up next, it's the Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Warrior Classic title match. The Trojans of USC and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And with that, we welcome you inside the Stan Sheriff Center. Kanoa Leahy next to Chris McLaughlin. C-Mac, take us through the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match.
Well, for Southern California, they've got to watch Worsley. That's Joe, although he's small setter. He's very deceptive and very offensive when he's in the front row. And for UH, they've got to watch Wyatt. That's Jack Wyatt. He's their kill leader last year at 290, and he's leading them in kills in this tournament with 24.
And a mishandle called right off the bat against the Rainbow Warriors. You will notice via our wide shot things a little bit different here tonight because of all the action at the Stan Sheriff Center. You had the Rainbow Wahine basketball team tipping it up early this afternoon. What ended up being a huge win for Laura Beeman and company over UC Davis. They had to switch to the volleyball formation and configuration with the Terraflex. And so the benches are actually on the far side from us. You will see the R1, the top official, Dan Hironaka, on the near side of your screen. A little bit of a new wrinkle here as Pat Gassman puts it down for the Rainbow Warriors. Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. It is 1 serving 1. True championship of this Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Warrior Classic, and a dig right there by Gage Worsley. Older brother Joe sets up Colton Cowell against a triple block. Great layout dig by Gianluca Grasso. Hawaii on the attack again. They go back row to Steinbaum Tilburg, and the notorious SVT delivers.
Nice transition play going from defense to offense. A very low set, that's why they call it the back row quick. No one better at than Stein and Van Tilburg. Great set from Worsley as well. Gage Worsley in the middle of the rally kept it alive with a terrific dig.
Through 2 matches this season, Stein averaging 5 kills per set. He's only played in 4 sets. As Hawaii sweeping their first 2 matches of this tournament. Outside set, this goes to Jack Wyatt. You mentioned Hawaii has to watch Wyatt. They watched him go wide right there. And Hawaii up 3-1. A late start time tonight. Again, you had the Rainbow Wahine basketball game earlier this afternoon, and then preceding this championship match, Concordia Irvine took on New Jersey Institute of Technology, and of course, wouldn't you know it, that match went 5. And so here we are, starting about an hour and a half after the usual start time for Rainbow Warrior Volleyball. Another great up there by Gage Worsley. And Cowell bump sets it to Rado Parapunov. Chance now for the Trojans. They go outside to Wyatt. And a laser beam there from Jack Wyatt, the 6'5" senior from Laguna Beach.
He led them in kills in 18 and digs. Hit 290 last year as an outside hitter. Seeing 2-man blocks like that all the time. He is one terrific player. Should be all MPSF this year, if not an All-American.
He was all MPSF first team last year and an All-American honorable mention a season ago. The overpass is forced, but Wyatt couldn't put it down. Worsley goes back set to Rado from behind the line. Pumped up by Matt Douglas. Good chase down on the second touch there. And a chance here for Hawaii. Worsley backside to Rado against a solo blocker. The up by Douglas, but a net violation called against USC. And so Hawaii gets the point. It is 4-7-2.
Worsley acrobatically back setting it to Rado. Rado gets a 1-man block. Hitters love that. They don't like to go up against 2 blockers or 3. They like 1.
That's right.
And 0 would be better,
One
obviously.
of those cases where 1 is better than 2.
Yeah.
As that swing in the middle goes along by Tyler Resnick, a 6'8" redshirt junior from Newbury Park, California. The Trojans 2-0, just like the Bows. Both teams logging victories over NJIT and Concordia Irvine 2 previous nights. Here's Pat Gassman now to serve. 5 serving 2. Outside set. This is Ryan Moss, and he's able to score 1 for the men of Troy. 6'8" senior from Corona Del Mar, California, one of the co-captains.
He too made all MPSF last year. Also a Fab 15 high school All-American, All-CIF. Lots of credentials on a lot of these players on USC's team.
See the long breath prior to the serve there by Jack Wyatt. Here, Dalton Solbrig in the middle. What a start to the season for Dalton Solbrig. 1.67 kills per set, but it's his efficiency that has been off the charts.
Well, he hits for high percentage, rarely makes an error. Resnick also just hit the ball out. Also very efficient, hitting .643 on the year. He just hit one out. So it might be a battle of those middles and see how efficient they can be in reducing their hitting errors.
We saw Solberg last year hitting .476 for the season. He's at .692 through the first 2 matches here in 2019. Rado has one go off of his shoulder and down. Luca Barroso, who has had success against Hawaii here in the previous matchups between these two programs the last couple of years. In fact, last year in this championship game, he had 13 kills, hit .231. Hawaii would end up winning that match by way of a sweep, however, as Parapunov comes swooping in and drops the left-handed hammer. Hawaii up 3.
Does it look to you like the ankle is bothering him? What do you think? I don't think so.
He did leave the match relatively early last night after he landed on one of the opposing players for Concordia Irvine under the net. Put some ice on it, did not play in the 3rd set. But yeah, you're right, he appears to be okay as Grasso finds the floor once again.
How about Gianluca Grasso's genes? He's got volleyball all over his family.
That's right.
Both parents played for the national team in Brazil. I think he's got a sister that played.
Brother Marco was a setter at Pacific and Ohio State, won a national title in 2017. And right on cue, Gianluca scores another for the Trojans. So 6 serving 7 here early on in set 1.
Nice pop-up. I see playing some pretty good defense right now. I think they want to turn things around from last year when they got beat by this Rainbow Warrior team.
Sure. A score to settle in their minds as Stein goes off the block and down. But you can clearly see, just through these first few points of this match, USC is a different caliber team in terms of physicality and athleticism compared to what Hawaii saw the 2 previous nights.
Absolutely. Hawaii's going to need to, I think, up their game, if possible, to beat these Trojans.
How about that? A little luck doesn't hurt either, as Dalton Solbrig tickles the tape for the ace. His 5th ace of this young season. He had 4 aces in the opener against NJIT the other night.
4 aces for a middle blocker? Unheard of.
That's right. He has turned into quite the weapon from behind the service line. That time caught a little too much of the tape. And SC gets the freebie. USC unranked in the ABCA poll. Preseason picked to finish 5th in the MPSF, which of course is now a 7-team league. And its 26th year. Hawaii, a former member there. As Barroso goes into the net. So they go tit for tat on service errors, and Hawaii up 3, and Joe Worsley set to serve. There's Jeff Nygaard now in his 5th year, 3-time Olympian in indoor and beach volleyball. As Worsley delivers smoker serve. Now he sets outside to Stein off the block. Good cover there by Rado. Worsley surveys the floor across the net and then sets up Von Tilburg for the kaboom.
When in doubt, go to SVT. It's pretty simple.
Pretty decent rule of thumb, I would say.
And when he's got 2 blockers up, he has more ways to work with those 2 blockers than any time in his career.
3 kills on 4 swings here for Von Tilburg. Middle set goes to Kyle Geer. He's a 6'8 sophomore from Rochester, New York. Prepped at Gates Chili High School in Rochester. An interesting note, in New York, high school volleyball on the boys' side is a fall sport. So a little bit of a different dynamic in terms of recruiting.
He too, some pretty good genes. His sister and brother both played Division I volleyball.
Rado laying the smackdown. That one just sounded different and resonated through the SSC.
It really did. The fans appreciate that one. That was a kaboom if there ever was one. Shake the floor.
So the 2
measure this one with a Richter.
That's right. It may have registered. The 2 pin hitters for Hawaii, Parapunov and Von Tilburg, each with 3 kills. Gage Worsley takes on the setting responsibilities, and guess who? Rado rocks it again.
Well, he's in such rhythm. The last 2 nights are as good a rhythm and tempo as I've ever seen him have in his 3 years here at the University of Hawaii.
Had 8 kills and ace, but the key statistic, the 6 digs last night against the Eagles.
To lead the team.
So Hawaii by 5. Backside, that's Moss. Was there a touch? No touch up front. It sails long, point Hawaii, and they have created some distance here in this opening frame. A sticky rotation the last couple of turns for USC. The senior from Amsterdam takes a little something off on that serve. Outside, it goes to Wyatt. Off the block, played off the net by Carroll, and then Rado sends one into the seats.
Rado just missed that one. I think he was trying to hit high hands there, but he had a helicopter of a swing. All kinds of spin on that one.
You got to keep your head on a swivel when you sit behind the service line over there at either end of the arena. Served there by the setter, Chris Hall. Worsley goes backside to Patapunov. And that most certainly was in down the line. Point Rainbow Warriors. They get to 15 first. Timeout on the floor. And Hawaii up a half dozen on USC. Welcome back. Let's check out tonight's Jack Fact. Bringing out the brooms, the Warriors making quick work of their opponents a season ago. 13 of their 19 wins on the year were in straight sets, with 8 of them occurring at the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii making it to the Big West Conference Championship match, the inaugural Big West Conference tournament. Lost to Long Beach State there. Hawaii now, interestingly enough, 0-5 all-time in conference championship matches.
Get your tickets now, by the way, for the Big West tournament. It's going to be here in the Stan Sheriff Center this year. And the dates are...
That is a good idea, by the way. The dates will be April 18th through the 20th.
That's going to be one great volleyball tournament, I'm telling you.
Jakob Tella with the serve. And USC showing good transition skills there as Tyler Resnick blasts it down. Tyler Resnick has been through some rough patches here the last few seasons. He redshirted back in 2016. Hasn't seen action the last 2 years. Was dealing with a shoulder injury last year, and so he has waited oh so patiently to finally get out there and contribute to this SC squad. And here he is now as one of the starting middles. As that serve by Wyatt goes long. Should be stated the Trojans missing one of their other returning middles, Sam Lewis, a 6'10 sophomore from Long Beach. He suffered from a collapsed lung in the fall, and so he is not available as of now for USC. That's a pretty big loss.
Big loss. Key starter, big blocker up front, big part of their offense.
So 16 serving 10. Good serve there by Patapunov. Right side, it's Moss, but he gets denied access. Colton Cowell getting the gist of that one.
And this is an area I know Charlie Wade was concerned about. Will Cowell be a target up front because he's the smallest guy? I don't think so. He touches 11'6". He got way up there to get that step block all by himself.
Jeff Nygaard and USC signaling for a timeout. We'll take a break as well. Welcome back. Let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. C-Mac, what are we looking at?
Let's watch Joe Worsley and how he tries to fake out the SC block. First time he goes to Stein Van Tilburg to the outside. Stein gets blocked, so Joe has a chance to set the other people, but no, he goes back to the outside. Middle blocker for SC does not get out there, and Stein scores. Joe choosing to repeat to the same hitter rather than move it around. But you know what? Next time he has a chance, I bet he moves it around.
Joe Worsley, a joy to watch play that setter position. How about the ping pong action as Colton Cowell ends it at the net.
So he's like a pogo stick up there. He gets so high.
A Maui-built product out of King Kekaulike High School.
He's worked very hard, both in the classroom and in the weight room and in the volleyball court and in the beach volleyball court. He does it all.
18 serving 10. That's an ace. Courtesy Rado Patapunov.
SC with one timeout left. I'm sure they'll probably use it soon if they can't stop this Rado run. Rado had a nice run last night. I think he had an 8-point run last night that was really effective.
Well, it's a 4-point run here for the Rainbows currently. 19 serving 10. Taking a little something off that time. The pass by Douglas. Grosso got hung up, and Worsley returned it to sender.
Joe's another guy who's worked hard in the off-season to become a really good blocker. Notice he goes up high, reaches over the net as if he's like 6'4" or 5", and not the 6'1" that he is.
I mean,
is 6'1" generous though with him? I'm not sure.
It might be. It might be for Colton Cowell as well, but the boosters on these guys, I mean, the absolute bounce for these, at least by men's collegiate volleyball standards, diminutive players.
Yes.
Middle set, nicely done there by Tyler Resnick. And a good set that time by Chris Hall.
Hall made a great choice there, back setting, giving Resnick a one-on-one. Had he gone to the outside, I believe it would have been a two-man block facing SC's outside hitter.
Resnick, also a water polo player in high school. That one gets submerged in the twine. It's a 10-point advantage here for Hawaii. Colton Cowell retreating way back to serve. Rolling up the tank top sleeves just to flash a little bit more of the guns coming out of there. Back row set, nicely done. Jeff Wyatt rips into it. Trained with the U.S. national team last summer. He was a guy who made a return to the program last year after a 2-year absence from the sport. He was a reserve outside hitter all the way back in 2015. Somehow that one curls back over to the Hawaii side. Here's Stein taking a crack at it. And that one gets down. So a kill for Von Tilburg. He has 4 kills on 6 swings, no errors.
Great set from Joe Worsley as well. Stein at 6'8" on the outside. He's a tough problem for most blocks out there. He hits high, hard, off the hands, down the line, cross court. Great success story last night from Jimmy Anastasiadis.
Comes in to serve. Good pass there by Grosso. He gets the set. Blocked by Worsley, but kept alive. Grosso a second time. Blocked by Worsley. But this time, it would not be kept alive.
Gianluca put a good arm swing on this one. Here's the first swing. And the second one, he goes up, hits even harder, and gets blocked back down. Worsley, very disciplined on the outside.
Timeout USC. Hawaii averaging 2.4 blocks per set as a team this young season. And you talk about sort of the expanded keys to success here tonight for Hawaii against USC. Serving tough, so far, check. Blocking tough, so far, check.
I would say offense pretty good as well. Oh, hitting a mere .476. But that's a bit down from first night's 619.
It's actually below their team average right now. They're hitting .514 on the year.
That's right. So yeah, I think you can check all the boxes so far.
You're right. So far, so good. But even though we're late in the evening, we got a lot of volleyball left.
A lot of volleyball. This is a good SC team that's better than how the score indicates right now.
Akamai Roofing Report, 2 total blocks for Joe Worsley this season. But he's known for a guy of his stature. He is known to be very deft at conjuring up the solo block. I mean, he has had a few solo stuffs of note throughout his career.
He's also got a tough job. He's blocking the other team's best outside hitter for at least 3 rotations usually. And so it's a tough job. He'll get picked on a lot this year, but he's more than up to the task. He's worked hard to become a better blocker in the offseason, and it's obviously paying off.
Charlie Wade obviously gushes about his ability. Part of the reason why he's entrusted this up-tempo offense in his senior setter, but Charlie laments the fact that, coming out of high school, there weren't a lot of believers in Joe Worsley. Not that he could run a team, but that he could even be part of a team as a setter at his size. And obviously he has proved all of those doubters wrong throughout his career. Free chance here for Hawaii. Worsley goes outside to Stein, unleashes.
There was no little wrinkle that time. Transition play, called an audible in the middle of that. Stein says, I'm going to go inside. Don't set me out to the pin. I'm going to come inside a little bit. That was an audible call, by the way, and Stein delivered. found a split block again. Nice little offensive little tweak there by the Rainbow Warriors.
Aloha ball here in set one. Anastasiadis brings it. Middle set, diving save, Anastasiadis. Good hands there on the block by Gear, but then it is pumped down by Pat Gassman. And Hawaii takes set one in dominating fashion to open the championship of the Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Warrior Classic.
Rainbow Warrior Volleyball on Spectrum Sports is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back to the stand. Sheriff Center. Hawaii hitting 500 in set number one and siding out at 91%. Another dominant set performance by the Rainbow Warriors. That's pretty much been the trend here so far in this young 2019 season.
And side-out percentage is an indication of first ball contact on the serve. And to have it be that high is just extraordinary. It's been consistently that high for 3 nights in a row. It's been over 80%. Remember, 67 to 72 is actually pretty good. You'll win most matches when you're playing against good teams with that kind of percentage. Right now, Hawaii just got it all going on all cylinders.
And it's two of the hitting headliners that have been the most effective. Rado Patapunov, 5 kills, 9 swings, hitting .444. Stein von Tilburg following him up with 5 kills of his own. He's still error-free, C-Mac.
Yeah, hitting .714. You know what's amazing about Stein von Tilburg? You saw that little quick 70 transition play, but he can be moved over to the right side and be just as effective. Remember his freshman year, he played on the right side all year long and ended up making all MPSF. I believe he made honorable mention All-American. Had a phenomenal year.
So Hawaii takes the first set 25-12. Again, the late start time tonight because of all the traffic that was occurring in this arena today. Rainbow Wahine basketball early this afternoon. They got a big win against the defending Big West Conference regular season champs, UC Davis. As Patapunov comes flying in again, give him kill number 6. But you also had the other match for this tournament between Concordia Irvine and New Jersey Institute of Technology. That started at about 5:30, and wouldn't you know it, it went 5. Congrats, though, to NJIT, logging their first victory of the season, going 15-8 in that 5th set. But it backed things up considerably as Gassman got his paws on that swing in the middle by Resnick. Gage Worsley sets up Von Tilburg against 3 blockers. The good up there by Douglas, but a scramble play, and see if Hawaii can take advantage. It's Gage going right side to Rado. 7 kills now for Patapunov.
Matt Douglas for SC got a nice little dig to keep that rally alive for SC, and then at the end, Gage Worsley, high, no spin, kind of set there for Rado. He faced a stable block right there. He just hammers as hard as he can, pounding it off the hands.
Just in a groove right now. 2 serving 0 as Hawaii picks up where they left off here in set 2. Outside, it's Moss blocked. Diving save to keep it alive by Grosso. Right side, Wyatt. Block got a good chunk there. So Worsley sets up Gassman in the middle. Little paintbrush action, and he misses the court wide. One of the very rare instances where that connection was not on point.
Gassman really prides himself in keeping the ball in the court, hitting for a high percentage, as does Dalton Solberg.
Diving pass there by Gage Worsley. Joe sets up Stein. Did he get a touch? Yes, he did. So Von Tilburg still error-free to go along with 6 kills.
A great example of how Stein von Tilburg, if he doesn't get the perfect set, he'll find some way to make the most of it. That time, the high hands.
See what he did last night. Also playing just 2 sets against the Eagles of Concordia Irvine. Moss going high hands. Worsley, back row set to Stein, and he gets roofed. It was Resnick and Moss going up next to one another.
I'm not sure that set was where Stein wanted it. I think he and Joe Worsley had a miscommunication there. Stein ran in one route. Joe Worsley sent it to a different route.
So here's Tyler Resnick now to serve. 3 aces on the year coming in. Right side is Potapunov against a solo blocker, and he just obliterates it.
It looked like Worsley was going to go outside to Carroll. Instead, he back set to Rado. Little blocker just left there. Kyle Gear just got stuck there thinking the ball was going to Carroll. Good deception by Joe Worsley.
4 serving 2. Tough serve there by Gassman, but a great centering bump set there by Grosso, but the block is up on Wyatt.
Right off Rado's noggin, I believe. This would be a noggin roof.
That's exactly what he did. He pointed to the forehead.
Akamai. Maybe he's saying if that was Akamai.
An Akamai roof. 5 serving 2. Back row, it's Wyatt. And that one winds up in the cheap seats.
Boy, Wyatt is really effective from the back row. He just brings the heat. Got a nice jump, good arm swing. 3.8 kills on the year last year. Hit 290 as an outside hitter. Saw 2 blockers all the time. 290 is a great number for an outside.
Potapunov. A dig by Moss. Second touch there, Douglas, and a free ball coming here for Hawaii. Worsley, back row to Stein. It's poetry.
I think that was a makeup. The last set between Worsley and Stein wasn't quite perfect, so Joe says, Stein, I'm going to give you another one just to make up for it. And Stein takes advantage.
Lets out a roar. Stein von Tilburg, now a senior, 17th player in Hawaii history to reach 1,000 career kills. Entered the season with 1,059 as Rado sends it long. And so we will enjoy this final campaign for a guy like Stein von Tilburg, who by the time it's said and done will go down as one of the very best to don the jersey.
His name will be right up there with guys like Alan Allen, Yuval Kotz.
There it is. Oh, that's an ace down the line by Grosso. That was a nasty serve.
Kostas Terharinas, Mark Presho. There's a whole list of them there that Stein von Tilburg will be mentioned in the same sentence as.
Pretty lengthy list, too. It's the sign of an enriched volleyball program as Grosso goes back to back. 6th and 7th aces of the season for Grosso. He's the team leader in that category. And a 3-0 run here for SC to tie it up at 6.
And he's got just such an explosive jump, strong arm, puts heavy topspin on it.
Here it comes again. Took something off. Diving pass by Gage Worsley. Backside to Rado. And he unloads again.
I love John Luca's last serve. Hawaii's passers, all 3 of them, were almost on the back line because they just got an ace twice on tough serves. They hit the back line. Now he serves a short one that Gage Worsley just barely gets. Smart serving by Grosso.
So here's Colton Cowell now, 7 serving 6 into the twine. That is service error number 3 for the Rainbow Warriors. They had 5 for the entire match against Concordia Irvine last night. To go along with 3 aces. The first night against NJIT, Hawaii recorded 12 aces and 9 errors. You'll take that ratio for sure.
That was a serving clinic, night number 1.
Here's Kyle Gear with the serve. Good pass there by von Tilburg. He'll get the set on the outside. Goes over the top of the block. And that's kill number 8. So far, at least offensively for Hawaii, it has been the Stein and Rado show, C-Mac.
Yeah, it really has been. I sense that Joe Worsley's getting those 2 very involved, but I think down the road in the course of the big perspective of the whole game, they're going to be decoys after a while, and the other guy's going to get their turn.
Dalton Solberg with the serve. Top spin serve, diving past Grosso outside. It goes to Wyatt. And he evens things up immediately. That was one of the visions, though, for Charlie Wade, remember. When he brought Parapunov into the program, Stein von Tilburg was playing at the opposite position, and he was thinking, all right, with a little bit of development here, what I see down the road, Rado on the right, Stein on the left, and we're seeing that come to fruition. Case in point, although a great up there by Douglas. Grosso off the block and down. And he lets out a yell. As USC competing here in the second.
Coming alive, playing well. This doesn't surprise me, though. I watched them practice this week, and I watched them play the first 2 nights, obviously, and they're a much better team than what happened in the first set, 25-12.
Alas, Chris Hall sends it long. USC coming off of an 8-20 campaign in 2018. They were 3-9, finished 6th in the MPSF. Lost to BYU, though, in the MPSF tournament semifinals. They did get to the semi-round. Outside, it's Moss on one knee, dug up by Carroll. One hand set to Gassman, blocked and roofed. Ryan Moss turning it back, and it's USC back in front. Now, the record we mentioned, 8-20, and the 3-9 record in conference, that represented the most overall losses and fewest conference wins for USC as a program since 2005. Again, they were
a bit of a down year, to say the least.
Certainly, and bitten once more by injuries. As Stein, did he get a touch? Yes, he did. Barroso got a fingernail on it, and so another kill for von Tilburg. However, USC did record upset wins last year over UCLA. They defeated Pepperdine in the MPSF quarterfinals, which was a big upset. One hand set in the middle. That's Resnick dug up. Sliding bump set to Cowell. Great action that time as Joe Worsley had to slide on his knees to bump set Colton Cowell.
Worsley just so acrobatic, so athletic. There he goes down to his knees, pops it straight up. Gives Cowell the perfect set. Even had the ball spinning in the right direction toward the net. Easier to get topspin.
This is Moss, dug up by Gage Worsley, but right back to Moss, who punches it down. And we're tied at 11.
Nice tap down by Moss. So it's real easy. It's tempting. This ball gets overset to tap it down and catch the cable in the process. And not Moss. He did a nice job of staying out of the net.
And Resnick sends it way long. I was just about to point out USC serving a little bit more effectively here in the second set. However, that one.
And had you said that, you would have boccied them.
Yeah.
And taken credit for it.
I avoided it was a mental bocce, I think. Here's Jakob Telle, 6'6" freshman from Tonsberg, Norway. Southpaw delivery. Moss has to just slap it over. Von Tilburg setting up his buddy Parapunov over the block and down. Rado has been virtually unstoppable so far in this match. He is the first to get to 10 kills on the night.
This is just a repeat of last night where he had 8 kills, no errors. Tonight, same thing. He hit it high and hard. Doesn't matter if there's 2 blockers up, 3 blockers up. He just swings away and has been so successful.
In this match last year against SC, Parapunov went for 11 kills, hit 318, so he kind of likes seeing the men of Troy on the other side. That hit goes wide off the palm of Kyle Gear, and despite a protest by Chris Hall, the setter, that's a Hawaii point. However, Jeff Nygaard appears to be reaching for the challenge paddle, and he's going to explain to Wayne Lee exactly what part of that play he wants them to review. Wayne Lee, the R2, Dan Hironaka atop the ladder, Randy Rubinall and Kevin Chun, the 2-line judges.
Matt Douglas was the first one to call that. When the players were up there that close to the play, and Douglas was the libero who was covering his hitter, I think that they often have the best view, better than the net cam better than refereeing. And Douglas immediately said net violation on Hawaii, so we'll see.
Jeff Nygaard played on 2 UCLA national title teams. He knows a thing or two.
The net was already bouncing.
About success.
That net was already bouncing. I think Douglas thought that the players for Hawaii created that bounce. It was already bouncing, as you saw in the net cam.
So that is the challenge. He's challenging a net violation against Hawaii. That's what he wants the officials to look at, and hard to tell there. It would be, if anything, Dalton Solberg.
See that bouncing already? It's going up and down, and that's what SC was claiming, that out must have been caused by one of Hawaii's blockers. No, it was already bouncing.
And so the call stands. Some of the USC players like Luca Barroso in disbelief, and he's going to go argue the review point to the R1 Dan Hironaka. Barroso is the floor captain for USC, so he is the one nominated to be able to conversate with the officials.
The replay didn't lie then.
14 serving 11. Here it comes from Tella. Back row set. It's Wyatt. Played back over the net. SC on the attack. They go to Moss. And that catches the end line. So Ryan Moss getting kill number 3.
Moss with just a one-step approach there. Not much of a run-up. A nice job of adjusting to that set.
Pass by Von Tilburg. And Solberg bounces it off of the Terraflex. And Hawaii gets the 15 first for the second time tonight. Solberg slamming Hawaii to a 3-point advantage. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. The number is 59. The double-figure kills for Stein von Tilburg. So the 59, the double-figure kill matches for Stein von Tilburg. As Kyle Gear puts that one down for USC.
How about another inside the number, Kanoa? Hawaii hitting 471, USC 176 here in the third.
So 13 serving 15. Here it comes from Barroso. And Hawaii able to dodge a bullet there because Barroso, last time he was back behind the service line, was able to string together some consecutive points. Not the case this time around. You know, a lot of this came down to how each team dealt with the delayed start, right? You had players that were kind of sitting around.
Absolutely.
A lot of the Hawaii players went back into the open area by the locker room in the bowels of the Stan Sheriff Center and stretched out and tried to stay loose. Here's Stein through the double block and down. That one pinballed around on the USC side. But we were hearing stories about several Hawaii players, Stein included. In the locker room, they set up a makeshift net with some of the chairs, and then while sitting in the rolling chairs, played a game of mini volleyball. That's how much they were raring to go here tonight for this championship match.
They're a fun-loving bunch, I can tell you that.
Golden Cowell with the serve. Outside, it's Wyatt. And Jack Wyatt starting to climb the ladder and kill total. He got now 5 kills down.
He goes up, he goes after Joe Worsley then. But Wyatt simply got way high and went over Worsley.
As here goes into the net. The service errors piling up here for USC. That's 7 now for them, and they have come at pretty inopportune times as well. And we're going to have a substitution here for SC. As Vikas Lewin checks in, 6'7" junior from Culver City, California. He is listed on the roster as number 7. At least the original roster, but wearing 21 here tonight for this match. And he gets the set, but it goes right by him. Pat Gassman tried to get it down. Now the swing by Wyatt, and he can't penetrate that block.
That was a very, very difficult ball to hit. 2 blockers out there waiting for Wyatt. He really had nowhere to go.
So a timeout taken by Jeff Nygaard as Hawaii, just like they did in set 1, about the midpoint here in this second stanza, starting to create some breathing room. Welcome back. Let's check out the first Hawaiian Bank top 3. This is NCAA aces per set. And to start this young season, you see some of the ace masters, Joe Worsley, Dalton Solbrig, Luca Barroso, and yes, they are all here in the building tonight.
Never would have figured that Dalton Solbrig would be one of the ace leaders in the tournament, that's for sure.
Solbrig had a good match versus SC a year ago. 6 kills, 5 blocks. As Hawaii claimed the inaugural Rainbow Warrior Classic in the championship win over the Trojans. Wyatt took something off there. Worsley on the second touch, tried to catch him napping. Nothing doing. Grosso from behind the line, and a chance now for Hawaii. Back row to Carroll. As if he rappelled down from the ceiling. Gives Hawaii a 6-point advantage.
It was not Stein Van Tilburg hitting the back row quick, the Bick. It's Colton Cowell hitting the back row quick. Nice transition play. SC blockers up late. That's a tough set to block, by the way, for the blockers.
20 serving 14. Anastasiadis trying to get a little too precise with it, perhaps, as he hits the pin.
Not a bad idea to try to serve a short ball to Jack Wyatt. Make him come up in front of the 3-meter line and pass it. He's been their best, most effective attacker. Make him pass it in front of the 3-meter line, not allowing him to back up quickly enough to, to get a good approach.
4th service error for Hawaii. And now Chris Hall getting ready to send it across. Just a sophomore, and 10 starts as a true freshman last year. And Joe Worsley. We saw the attempt on the last sequence, and that time he found the floor.
Well, he has been so effective with that dump shot. He basically is another attacker at the net now. If you're playing against him, you've got to honor him when he's in the front row.
Into the net he goes. Well, not quite as sharp from the service line tonight as they were in the previous 2. They are offsetting that by the fact that they have 5.5 total team blocks and also hitting 500 for the match.
That's a huge number. Remember, they had 340 last year. Number 4 in the country.
Worsley backside to Stein. Tools the block for his 11th kill. So Von Tilburg with 11, Parapunov with 10, both in double figures. Von Tilburg was 6th in the nation last year with 3.9 kills per set. Just off to a blazing start in 2019. USC goes outside to Grosso, and he's able to punch it through that block and down. Pretty solid crowd we got here at the Stan Sheriff Center tonight, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say it's maybe around 4,000 or so, it looks like. Enthusiastic. I'm surprised that more people didn't leave after the start of this match was so delayed. They hung around and they're enjoying themselves for sure.
SC taking advantage of the overpass. Not out of this second set by any stretch. 18 serving 22, and here's Vikas Lewin. 6'7" junior from Culver City, Transferred to SC after 2 seasons at Santa Monica Junior College. Celebrated his 21st birthday on New Year's Day. Oh, Rado. Catching Chris Hall in the basket.
Rado's just in that kind of a groove. He's almost in a zone as far as attacking is concerned. His timing is good, even on high sets, low sets. His timing is always there.
23 serving 18. One-hand diving pass by Douglas. Off of 1 foot, Moss is able to roll it down. Good improvisation on the side of USC that time.
That was a great play by Matt Douglas, former high school All-American, Fab 50, played in the junior national team in 2016. Quite an athlete.
23 serving 19, and that's an ace. Ryan Moss had just 2 aces on the year in the previous 2 matches coming into tonight. Perhaps the most versatile player for this USC squad. Entered the year with 38 career starts at outside hitter, opposite, and middle blocker. He's played all of them. He's started at all of those positions.
And he's got a great serve.
Worsley chases down the set. Gets Patapunov from off the net. Great up by Douglas. Chance here for the Trojans. Grosso against 3 blockers is able to get it through anyway. USC within 2.
Charlie Way's going to call a timeout here and slow down the Trojans.
So a little fight being displayed by USC. What are you seeing on that side of the net? How have the men of Troy been able to stay in this second set?
Well, the first thing they've done better is they've served better. You know, Gianluca Grosso had that run where he had 2 aces on Hawaii. And this recent run by Moss has been solid. He aced Gage Worsley, arguably Hawaii's best passer. And so it's been their serving, I think, has been most effective. And then their attacking has been more efficient as well. They're just playing better volleyball, taking better shots, not making as many mistakes. In this set, they're hitting, at least they're hitting over, they're hitting 296, whereas the first set they hit 125, so he's almost tripled their output as far as their kill percentage goes. So they're doing a little bit of everything better.
A 5-1 run for USC, getting them within 2 points. Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Well, here on the Hawaii sideline, the coaching staff, of course, talking to their players about the passing. They're really trying to make sure that Hawaii gets out of this rotation and could potentially go into a 4-man passing formation. For USC, interesting to note, Jamison McKibben, the freshman out of Punahou, who's a backup setter, actually taking time during the timeout to talk to the setter, Chris Hall, about his set selection and really giving feedback from what he's seeing from the bench. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Yeah, Jamison McKibben, 6'3" freshman out of Punahou, won a pair of state titles as a high school All-American. The 5th McKibben to play at USC.
Amazing.
It's a family tradition.
His mom was his club coach, Diana, played in Hawaii's first national championship team in 1979.
21 serving 23. Overpass. Grosso couldn't get it down. Played off the net by Worsley. Joust at the net. And Stein von Tilburg keeps it alive. Worsley outside to Cowell. Off the fingertips of the block. Chasing down the set is Hall. Can Grosso return it? Yes, he can. Hawaii with the opportunity. Back row to Stein. Dug up by Douglas. And slapped back over the net. What a rally. Backside. Rado blocked and roofed. USC survives a lengthy one, and they're within 1.
That was some great play on both sides, especially the Trojans picking up some back row digs that were phenomenal. And then a terrific block by Grosso in the end on Hawaii's best attacker tonight, Rado Parapunov.
Easily the most adversity Hawaii's faced yet this young season. Solberg is blocked back. Worsley will go backside. Dorado over the double block. Played off the net by Hull. Grosso will get a swing out of it. Stein guarding that back line. Worsley goes to Stein out of the back row. Kept alive by the Trojans. Grosso winds up on coils. Diving save, Gage Worsley. Stein from the back row. Dug up by Douglas. Cowell hammers it down.
Oh, my. Jack Wyatt with a couple of great digs. Matt Douglas digging the ball on the other side. But Hawaii getting the last word with that overpass that Carroll hammered down.
What a couple of rallies. Hawaii and USC with the throwback. Harkening back to some classic old-fashioned battles between these two programs. It's Aloha ball in set 2. Harapuno. The pass by Douglas. Backside, it goes to Wyatt. And it's not fouled just yet here in the second. 23 serving 24. USC finding its footing here.
Donato put up a good serve there. Matt Douglas again passed it perfectly, allowing Chris Hall to run the back row quick to Wyatt. And Wyatt delivers as usual from the back row.
So Isaac Carroll coming in, has played just 2 sets this season. A freshman from Australia. But Grosso, of all people, serves it into the net. And that's how Hawaii takes set number 2. As close a set as the Rainbow Warriors have played in this tournament. And yet, they'll have a chance on the championship night to crack open the broom closet. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. Another fat hitting percentage for the Rainbow Warriors, Chris.
We look at the kills. Hawaii 31-21 over SC with almost the same number of attempts. Hawaii hitting 439, SC at 214. Blocks, Hawaii doubling up on USC. Digs, 23-17. Gage Worsley leading the way with 8. And there you see the service aces to errors ratio, about even for both sides. You know, I agree with what Lisa Strandma and Ryan Sergi said about Hawaii needing to get the middles involved more. Right now, they're only getting about 15% of the sets. And they need to be up around, I think, around 25% of the sets if they're going to be really effective and have this offense run like it should. Because right now, SC's starting to touch a lot more balls on the outside and all those pin hitters. I think a few more sets to the middle would keep those middle blockers of SC a little more honest.
What about the fact that Hawaii got pushed in that second set? That was as tight a set as they've played so far in this tournament, this very young season. How valuable may have that been for the Rainbow Warriors?
I think it's going to be very valuable. You know, what are they going to do with adversity? They've seen little adversity the first 4 times they've played. British Columbia and for 2 matches and the first 2 matches of this tournament. Now all of a sudden they face some adversity, and I thought they answered the call pretty well. But like I told you in the very beginning, this SC team's way better than the 25-12 score in the first set. Sure enough, SC came back and almost won the second set. So we'll see if Hawaii can keep it together here. I love the way SC played defense that second set. They really dug a lot of balls and they ran their offense well. Luca Barroso had some great serving turns. Jack Wyatt right there, a beast from the backcourt. So we'll see if they can do the same thing in the third set, and we'll have a match on our hands.
Yet Hawaii was still able to hit 394 in that second set. Siding out at 70%, not quite the 91% that they sported in the opening frame, but still not bad at all. Unlike the first 2 nights where Hawaii was entering sets 3 on the first night and the second night with the sort of tweaked lineup. Charlie sticking with the original starters here in this third set. And Joe Worsley starts things off with an ace.
One of the reasons why Joe starts in this back right position is because he's got such a steady serve and he can bring heat as well.
Pass that time by Wyatt. He'll get the set on the outside, double block up, but Wyatt able to still cram it in.
There's also a good rotation for Hawaii because they've got the largest block they can field. They got 6'8", 6'9", and 6'10" up front. That's as big a block as you'll see in the country.
So Kyle Gear now to serve. Pass by Cowell is on the money. Gassman in the middle. That one dug up by Grosso. So Wyatt on the outside, smothered by Stein, and that's a roof. 11 kills for Stein von Tilburg through the first 2 sets to match the output of Rado Parapunov.
They're both hitting. Stein hitting 556, Parapunov hitting 450. You know, if you get an outside to hit around 300, you're doing well.
Yeah.
Those guys are up in the 400s. It's crazy.
Grosso flying in from the back row. So we inch along here, trading blows early in set number 3.
Grosso now inching up toward that 300 mark, hitting 333 now with 7 kills.
Two serving, 2 to serve by Hall. Gassman tried to put a little more behind that one, was dug up over the net. Here's Rado against the double block, goes off the block, saved with the foot by Douglas, and then the dink there by Moss. It'll be returned. Cowell off the block and out. Colton Cowell with 5 kills. No errors here so far tonight.
Yeah, he's playing pretty flawlessly. Working very hard to reduce his errors. But how about this dig, this soccer dig, that time by Matt Douglas? He's one good libero. I'm telling you, he's played well all night long. Been a steady force.
He's got double-digit digs. He's got 10. Gassman with the serve. Middle set, the solo stuff by Dalton Solbrig. Telenvikas Lewin Ole.
And the roof towels come out, the Akamai roof towels. Dalton Solbrig, the kid who could have gone to Harvard and chose Hawaii. Loves his major of marine biology.
Backside. And that was too hot to handle off the palm of Jack Wyatt. Starting to see Wyatt taking some really high-quality cuts here in the last set and a half. What do you think of the composition of this USC team? They have 10 underclassmen on their active roster, their travel roster that they brought down to the islands, as Solbrig unable to get that one over the tape.
You know, they've got 7 guys in this trip that are Fab 50 kids that were one of the top 50 players in the country their senior year in high school. And so the talent is there. They've definitely got the talent. They've got Gianluca Grasso, an incredible international player with lots of international experience. So they've got the makings of a really good team. We'll see if it comes to fruition. I love Jack White on the outside. Jeff Nygaard, of course, knows his volleyball. 2-time NCAA MVP. Kind of knows what it's like to go to the NCAA championships when he played for UCLA.
Moss, good diving save in the back row. Cowell then blasts it through the proposed block. Rado Parapunov putting in some defensive work again there.
Gianluca Grasso asking Dan Hironaka, how was that not a mishandled ball, a double contact? I guess that sets the standard. The calls will be loose.
6 serving 4. Parapunov tickles the tape. Outside it goes to Grasso. He went a few extra floors up the elevator there. Unleashing a little fury. He is an emotional player. You can just see it. His expression, not that of a poker face, that's for sure. Worsley goes outside to Cowell off the block. Worsley saves it. Here's Rado from the back row. Dug up by Wyatt. Grasso by the double block and down. Point SC. And we're even at 6.
Great swing by Grasso. Worsley gives him just enough line to hit down there between the antenna and his hands.
Worsley goes backside. Rado down the line and in. At least that's the call. Some of the USC players disagree. No movement from Jeff Nygaard as far as any challenge to that. And so it'll be another kill for Parapunov. Another point for Hawaii.
Take a look and see in the replay what this looks like. Oh, yeah, that looks like it was good.
And meanwhile, an ace dealt out of the deck by Colton Cowell.
Charlie Wade, after the fall season, gave Clinton Carroll like the MIP award, the most improved player.
Barroso off the high hands, chased down by Carroll. Worsley goes backside to Rado. I don't think anybody realistically thought that Joe could make that set.
I would agree. I thought for sure that Joe was going to be going to the outside. On the left is Cowell Sabian. It looks like Joe's going to go straight in front of him. Instead, he goes behind, catches a split block. Desrado.
67-mile-an-hour serve there by Cowell. But then the kill hits the point for USC as Jack Wyatt delivers again. His 9th kill of the evening. USC hitting 364 here in set number 3 so far. Actually bettering Hawaii's 300 percentage in the 3rd. Goes by 2, however. USC, a storied program to say the least. You know, they're celebrating their 50th year of USC volleyball on the men's side. Started in 1970. As that serve goes wide. 6 national titles, 14 Final Four appearances. They've hit a bit of a rough patch here in the last couple of years. But we mentioned all the underclassmen, some of the talent coming in, including the volleyballmag.com National Player of the Year and Brandon Browning, a 6'4" freshman outside we have yet to see tonight. As that serve goes long from Solberg.
Yeah, so Nygaard has recruited well, and he's got some solid players. He's got all the pieces there to have a great team. We'll see if, I think Browning will be a factor at some point during this year. He'll come in and help this team.
Yeah, he's a future star. There's no doubt about that. He's got all the tools. A blasty blast from Grosso. Great pass by Cowell, and it winds up a put down for Stein. Von Tilburg, 12 kills on 19 swings, just 1 error. He's hitting .579.
He just goes up and over. We call that OTT, over the top.
So 11 serving 8. Outside, it's Wyatt, punched up in the air by Joe Worsley. Gage then sets up Rado. He's blocked. Diving save by Gage Worsley. May have been an out ball, but it winds up a point anyway for the Rainbow Warriors. How about the effort by the Worsley bros on that occasion? Gage with the stretch fetch.
I think Gage was a little bit aggressive here. Nobody gave him a call, but clearly that was an out ball. But somebody's got to help him on that and let him know whether it's in or out.
Joe goes into the net, though, on the ensuing serve.
Here's a mistake Joe Worsley can't be making this year. When he's got 6'8", 6'9", 6'10 in the front row, he's got to be the highest percentage server of all. Without those kind of big guys up front, because they can get you a lot of points just on the block.
That's a good point. That's an ace for Kyle Gear. Handcuffed Colton Cowell. And USC within a pair. Charlie Wade looking over some notes and strategy here. The Rainbow Warriors ranked 4th in the latest AVCA poll. Opened the season number 3, but they were inactive the first week, so they actually dropped down. But that was their highest opening ranking since 2005. Here's Stein going over the shoulder with the swing. Back row, it's Grosso, tried to cut the angle. He winds up on the Hawaii side of the net. And it's an out ball to add a little insult to injury.
Talk about high jumping and broad jumping all at the same time. Grosso just did that.
He wound up in the Hawaii back row. Pass tight to the net. Gassman, a late reaction, but it's still turned up roses.
Gassman very late to get up, but was rewarded by this ball going, I think, off his elbow. I'm not sure.
The elbow roof.
Still gets credit for an Akamai roof.
I guess you can be a little late to the joust party if you're 6'10", right?
Yeah.
14 serving 10 here in set 3. Moss is dug up by Gage. Gassman bump sets Carroll. Good up there by Douglas. That's dig number 11 for him. Wyatt against a triple block. Worsley goes back row to Stein. A heater from SVT. And Hawaii gets to 15 ahead of the Trojans. Von Tilburg with 14 kills. Hawaii by a handful. Welcome back. Hey, UH fans, select your exact seat locations when purchasing individual game tickets at hawaiiathletics.com. Click on the tickets button to print your tickets and avoid the lines by going online. Hawaii now hitting 375 in this third set. USC has plummeted. They were up near 400 just seemingly moments ago. They're now at $125.
Kind of gone south when they had 4 hitting errors in this set.
Pass there by Wyatt. Middle set goes to Lewin. Vikas Lewin gets the side and the point for USC.
Late happy birthday to Vikas. Just turned 21 on January 1st.
Yeah, New Year's Day, turning 21. Oh, the possibilities. That could be dangerous.
Speak for yourself, come on.
Gassman. And that one short hopped right in front of Douglas. I haven't seen an overwhelming amount of offense from Pat Gassman here this season. That is kill number 3 for him on 8 attempts. '16 serving 11 in Jakob Tella, a member of the Norway national team. Sends it into the twine. He was named the Norwegian Talent of the Year in the top division of the prep ranks over there in 2018. He is listed as a setter. We saw him actually taking some cracks at outside hitter the other night. 12 serving 16. Service error number 11 for USC. And again, just as bad as that accumulation, the timing of many of those. Now the crowd and the bench clap. Rado sends it across. Grosso went up the ladder, but he hit the pin. And it's a point for Hawaii. And again, right around this time in both previous sets is where Hawaii started to gain some separation. Now, credit the Trojans because in set 2, despite getting down by about 5 or 6, they were able to fight their way back into it and made it very interesting. But I think Jeff Nygaard realizing they are on the precipice of letting this thing get away from them. We got to give a shout out to the Stan Sheriff Center crew, led, of course, by the arena manager, Rich Sheriff. This is a time-lapse of what they had to go through today. You had Rainbow Wahine basketball, and we should also mention they had to take off the Terraflex after the match last night to get it ready for Rainbow Wahine basketball this afternoon, then reinstalled the Terraflex for the 2 volleyball matches tonight as Parapunov out of the timeout lands it smack dab on that end line. And Hawaii now up 7.
Rado also, I thought, hit a smart serve after the timeout. Rather than going for it, he served a short one that kept the ball in play, almost forced an overpass. And then Hawaii ends up eventually getting the point. I think he'll go for it here. I think put a little more heat on this one.
19 serving 12. A little more heat, but it was halted by the net. In the back row, Wyatt dug up by Stein. And they're going to say that that was a legal save by Joe Worsley. And it winds up a point for Hawaii.
There was nothing but a back blind bump set under the net. He had to go outside the antenna. Crazy.
Unbelievable. Saved it, although he was beyond the net, as you mentioned, saved it outside the antenna, which is the key there.
Yeah.
From our angle, though, it looked like that was unlikely. From that replay angle, that was a heck of a play by Joe. 20 serving 12, and it's an ace for Rado. He's starting to make the line calls, although Jeff Nygaard is going to challenge that one. So hold the phone on the celebrating for at least a few moments here.
And this is like getting another timeout when the coach uses their challenge thing. Jeff Nygaard has one timeout left, but he chose to use it with the challenge card. He can actually talk to his team right now if he wants, set up the next play, but that ball looks like it's pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, from that angle, I don't think it's really in question. Got some attendance figures for you here. Tickets issued just under 3,900 through the turnstile, a little over 3,200. 3,209 to be exact. Biggest crowd of this opening weekend. We're getting out about this team.
Well, they're fun to watch. And the next time we'll get a chance to see them will be the January 25th alumni game. I'm sure that'll be fun as well, but the next really big one will be one against Stanford, I believe, on February 1st and 2nd. Does that sound right?
That is, well, 1st and 3rd. February 1st and 3rd here at the Stan Sheriff Center against nationally ranked Stanford. So, yeah, a lengty amount of time for Hawaii to get back into the practice gym. We talked last night as it remains an ace for Rado Patapunov. We talked last night about how backloaded this schedule is with the very difficult road trips. They will play on the road at BYU, at UC Irvine, at Long Beach State, maybe the three toughest places outside of the Stan Sheriff Center to play a road match. How do you feel about the fact that this schedule is so sparse, at least in the month of January?
You know, I don't think it's a bad thing. Men's volleyball season's so long. They start practicing like, September. It's just a long, long season.
As Barroso goes into the twine.
So I think having ample rest and recovery time during January and February is not a bad thing.
Timeout Trojans, a 6-0 run as Hawaii has opened it up again. This one looking an awful lot like what transpired in set number one. Hawaii took the first set 25-12. Credit USC, they put up a dogfight in that second frame. Hawaii hanging on, though, 25-23, and here they are now up double figures in the third. And we talked about the attendance tonight. Rainbow Warriors led the nation in attendance last season for the second straight year. It's sort of been the seesaw battle between Hawaii and BYU as far as who draws the greatest average attendance each and every year. But that's been a duel Hawaii's won in the last 2 years.
And I think Hawaii's going to stay on top because this year is just full of excitement. Plus, Hawaii's going to have the Big West tournament at the end of the year. And that's going to be exciting.
We talk about the word getting out for this team. We have Brian McInnes, who has traditionally covered University of Hawaii basketball from the Honolulu Star Advertiser and Hawaii Warrior World. But he's been doing a little bit of general coverage here this year, including coming out to the opening weekend for this Rainbow Warrior volleyball team. And he put on the Warrior World blog a bit of a write-up saying, hey, look, I'm not a volleyball guy by any stretch. If anything, I'm a basketball guy. Let me just tell you, folks, you got to see this team in action. And there is BMAC right there. He said, you got to come out and watch these guys. Even a novice like myself is essentially what his message was. Yeah. Really thoroughly enjoyed the excitement of this squad. And I would have to concur with that for sure.
If we can get his allegiance and he can come over to the other side.
That's right.
I think we can get pretty much anybody, don't you think?
Patapunov with the serve, right side. The dink there by Moss, chased down by Gage Worsley. Back set to Rado. And Patapunov leaving his stamp tonight in the championship of the Rainbow Warrior Classic.
16 kills, only 2 errors. Bringing heat every time on his serve.
And Joe Worsley will be subbed out. Jackson Van Eckeren comes in. Worsley hears it. Justifiably so from the fans.
I think that might have been a move by Charlie Wade to give Joe his just dues in front of the fans. What do you think? Sometimes coaches will do that, right? To make sure an extraordinary player gets recognized.
You know, we talk about assists per set numbers, but I think one of the key statistics for Joe last year, certainly, there were 9 matches where UH hit 400 or better. You look at the percentages to start this weekend. That's really the indicator of how effective your setter is in running the offense as Lewin finds the floor.
Great serve by Rado, but even a better pass by Matt Douglas that time. Matt Douglas having a good match. 11 digs. Gage Worsley with 10 digs.
Lewin with the serve. Van Ekeren sets up Rado a little too far in front of the line, so he two-hands it over. Chance here for the Trojans. They go quick middle set, and it's pumped down by Kyle Gear. Two-hand pass there by Gage. Solbrig rattled around on the USC side. Barroso takes a swing. Was there a touch? He wants it, and he gets it. A point for USC. Now, after this match, USC will head over to Lebanon, Tennessee for the Grow the Game Challenge. They'll take on Lincoln Memorial, Barton, and Lindenwood next week. As that serve goes long, and they will rise here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Last chance to see Hawaii before February. As you mentioned, CMAC will be the alumni match, January 25th. So soak it in as the Rainbow Warriors on Aloha Ball serve for the tournament championship. Powell with the serve. One-hand set backside goes to Moss off the block and into the antenna.
A pass again by Matt Douglas. Just dimed that one right up there. And another good set.
Pretty solid libero battle. He had 11 digs for Matt Douglas, 12 digs for Gage Worsley.
Yeah, two good liberos.
It remains Aloha Ball. Van Ekeren tight to the net, sets up Stein. And a fitting conclusion on championship night of the Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Warrior Classic. As Hawaii takes it, a kahi elua aloha over USC. 25-12, 25-23, and 25-16. The Rainbow Warriors hit 456 for the match. Another stellar performance this young 2019 season for these Rainbow Warriors.
They're really putting on a show. You know, not only are they playing good, solid volleyball, but they're exciting to watch. They run a fast offense. They've got guys that jump out of the gym. They got powerful arms in Rado and Stein. They got a setter in Joe Worsley, who's an acrobatic, athletic as they come. Gage Worsley's done an amazing job in libero. You know, right down the line from the last player on the team to the very first, this team really seems like they're focused and dedicated toward doing something special this year.
The only crime is that we're going to have to wait so long to see this team in action in a regular season match. We got to wait until February. I don't know if I can be that patient the way these guys have come out the gates.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. In the old days, the old MPSF with 13 teams in the league, you know, every other weekend you're getting somebody to come in that's a top 10 team. Now all of a sudden it's a grow the game thing, and you know there's more leagues that are being formed, and it makes for some very awkward scheduling, to say the least.
They will have the opportunity though to work on some things. They were pretty darn good, darn near perfect for the most part here in this opening weekend. Let's send it over to Scott Robbs.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Coach, a pretty flawless opening weekend, though at times tonight, you guys got challenged.
Yeah, I thought we took our foot off the gas a little bit in set two and gave them, well, and they made some nice plays, and then it got a little confidence. It was game on for sure. But no, clearly happy with a lot of performance from a lot of guys, and you know, seeing the byproduct, a lot of hard work.
How would you give yourselves a grade? What grade would you give your team this opening weekend?
A solid B. You know, certainly a lot of work to be done on our part, a lot we can improve on.
I'm glad you were never my instructor. I thought you guys got an A personally. All right, you guys have a little time off now. You don't play again, at least a match that counts, till February 1st against Stanford. What do you do between then and now?
Well, just keep working, you know, keep going back in the gym. It's nice to have some time to go in the gym. We got a lot of good, you know, film on stuff that we've done. Now we can kind of analyze ourselves and get in the gym against a really good Stanford team in the February 1st.
Yeah, Stanford knocked off Ohio State tonight, so they are playing well. Coach, congratulations. Good luck in a couple weeks.
Thank you. Aloha.
All righty, back over to you guys. Good on.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Tough grader. Got Professor Wade. Bank of Hawaii presenting the players of the match. Luca Barroso, 10 kills, was the only hitter for USC in double figures. And Stein von Tilburg, 15 kills, 609 hitting percentage. He had just one hitting error to go along with 2 blocks and 5 digs. We would probably have to give an honorable mention at the very least to Rado Parapunov, who was the player of the match last night. He had 16 kills and hit 500. I mean, if you are looking at those two sort of kingpin hitters being as effective as they were tonight, C-Mac, it seems as though the possibilities are limitless.
And that's where national championships are basically won, at the pins. And for Hawaii's 2 pin hitters tonight to perform like they did this whole weekend, hitting for big numbers against 2-man blocks, and then Worsley will give them 1-man blocks once in a while with his deception. But it was pretty impressive, I'd say. And I would have definitely given this team a better grade, I'd give them like an A- at least. That was impressive to hit 600 one night and 500 the next. And against what I thought was a solid USC team, hit 456 against SC. I'm telling you, that was impressive performance this weekend, to say the least.
The hardware about to be handed out, all tournament teams, and the championship trophy and participation trophies as well. That will do it for us, though. It's way past C-Mac and my bedtime. So we will bid you adieu. Don't forget about the Heineken post-game show, though, coming up. Those guys got to stay much later than we do. Thankfully, from our perspective. But don't forget about that. For now, though, we bid you aloha. For C-Mac, Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. See you next time, everybody. Take care. Good night from the Stan Sheriff Center.